Unkind crew, it's your boy, sliiduhs. And today, we're gonna be making us some French ass sliders. Without the ass. Well, I guess provolone's in it though, so it has a little bit of an ass flavor.
Yeah.
So for this recipe, here's what we gonna need. Buns. It's better if they're sweet. Onions. Corned beef. Garlic. Salt's good for your bones. Thyme. Butter. Worcestershire sauce. How do you say it? English soy sauce. Provolone. Well, Evan, you know I like me some garlic powder. Beef broth. So first we're gonna start off by cutting us some onions. So first, ladies and germs, what you want to do is cut off your end piece, because that's pretty gross. You want to use the exact same knife as you were using a minute ago. Make sure not to change if you decide that knife sucks. Just kind of throw your other stuff over here. Multiple layers, you know, like an ogre. I just wanna die. Put a blade into my eye. Slit my throat, watch my family cry. I just wanna die. Ooh, make sure you get all the onion juice all over all of your fingers. So now, what we're gonna do, kind of do a little something like that. Now, if you're saying, Oyster, you're not cutting that properly, what are you doing, man? You know, I thought you were a professional cook. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Well, ladies and germs, you're gonna have to just deal with it, because here at the Unkind Cooking, there is no wrong way to do things, you know? Unless you burn it, like I always fucking do. So, you know, we want them kind of thick. Now, also, Evan, let me tell you a little fun fact about your boy sliiduhs. Everyone is slightly allergic to onion in a certain way. Your boy, pretty sure, very allergic. I can eat it, but, you know, I actually end up not being able to see while I'm cutting it. The less you can see, the better cook you're gonna be. That rhymes for a reason.
I think that's a thing with onions, though. People just can't see when they cut them.
Maybe I'm retarded. Maybe I need to be put to death. Shout out to Trump's America. We like eating onion. It's healthy for our little prostates. Actually, that's tomatoes. Keep on slicing it nice and thick. If you think it's a little too thick, just go back and slice it again. Oh. This is God's house. There ain't no mistakes in God's house. Except aborted fetuses. Throw it in your bowl. Throw it in your bowl. My name's Oyster, and you throw it in the bowl. Bring your bowl closer to the camera so Evan can see ya.
You're banging out fucking singles this episode.
I got the music in me. All right, Evan, I think it's time that we start cooking these little boys.
Oh, God.
All right, so before we start cooking, let's make sure we turn our stove to a 350. Because we're going to be using that temperature. All right, so now what we got to do is come over to our bread. Put it in your mouth. What you're going to want to do is take your bread knife. It's important that it's serrated. It helps the bread get cut a little easier. I don't know how to do this really, because I've never really cut bread before, so, you know, you don't want it to be cut completely straight. So now, come over to your corned beef, just kind of dump it. Make sure you get it all out of the bag. You get it all out of the bag. Then just kind of play with it. Kind of do this. Yeah, that's looking good, huh? Yeah, now you got it all good. Now, let's get it across. Get it across there. All right, boys. Now you got your meat on there. All right, crew. So what we gonna do, throw some butter in a pan. And do something like this. Shake it all around. Just want to get it, you know, not brown. Let's just throw our onions in right away then. This is my favorite part, making the onions. Because when you caramelize the onions, they're going to get real pretty. But you also should have mixed them up a little bit better with your hands so they separate a little bit better. Because otherwise it's going to be just a whole bunch of chunky onions. And that's not going to be no good for nobody. Keep on doing it. Just keep on doing it. Do a little something like that. Cut them if you gotta. Make sure some fall out. You don't want to eat all this onion. Onion's not that fucking good for you. This, children, is what we call caramelization. Gotta cook out all the water from these here onions. Now, if your onions aren't cooking right, and you're thinking to yourself, ah, shit, these onions ain't even brown enough, you could just throw in some more butter. Like we said in the last episode, the fatter your titties, the better.
Pray tell, Oyster, does that apply to dudes as well?
Big tits only apply if you are a dude. Yes, that's a little Oyster fact. Disappointment, no breathing, don't give a fuck if I come a cock bleeding. God damn it, this is taking so much longer than I fucking anticipated.
This is taking so long. This recording's at 13 minutes.
Jesus. All right, check it out, boys. This is sort of what we're going for. So come on over to your bowl, put her right in there. Now, if you notice, there's significantly less volume to our bowl here, and that is because we cooked out so much of the water from the onion itself. I think it's time we actually formulate our sliders. Let's come right over to our onions. Oh, the bowl is toasty warm. Just kind of do a little bit of this. Ooh, that's a lot of onions. Onions is good for your soul. Spread them around.
Let me get in this.
Yeah, get in on there, dog. Come on over to your provolone. We don't like to follow other people's pussy recipe where they only put like 3 or 4 slices of prov. We don't do that. Here at the Oyster channel, we use a lot of cheese because we love us some cheese. There you go. Now you're cooking with ass. Get a little bit of this, one of those. You want to make sure you gotta do it like a puzzle. You gotta have fun with it, Evan. Because if you ain't having fun with it, then you fucking get. Now that you got it all into position, grab your little silicone brush. Come on over to your melted butter that I didn't tell you to melt. Come on over and just paint it up. Do it like a nice little painting, like you're in your art class back in the good old days when it wasn't all about grades and financial loans and how you're not going to be able to get a job that you went to school for 4 years, maybe 6 years for. Just think about the good old days when you didn't have to think about all the concerns and all the worries about financial aid and being a failure and making your parents disappointed in you and making YouTube videos to cope with your fucking depression. It's just like watercolor. Now we want to get our garlic powder, put some of it in our hands, and just kind of do one of these. Yeah, get it all over the place. Get a little bit of that garlic. Come on over here. Do a little bit of this. Boop, boop, boop. God, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. That's looking pretty good, ladies and germs. Now let's put these bad girls into the stove so we can start making our au jus. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, now we're gonna make us some au jus. It's basically like beef drink that you dip Sammy's into. Now you also want to use the same pan so that you get a little bit of your onion flavor. And it's okay if you got little chunks of onion like that just hanging out in there, you know what I'm saying? It just adds to the flavor. So what you want to do is wait for this to melt. No, I have a family! No, please! Please, I have a family!
We're coming.
No, please! Now come over to your garlic. Get some garlic in there, boys. We like garlic in this house. Stir it around a little bit. Now come get your beef broth. Pour it in there till you get enough au jus. Come over to your English soy sauce and just start dumping it. There you go, boys. We like Worcestershire in this house. Turn it up to high. Evan, you know what else we can't forget? Gotta get some thyme in the motherfucker.
We didn't forget.
No, we don't forget things here. Now remember, children, thyme is good for your bones.
One time I left my keys in my car. I was locked up. And I was like, oh, damn it. Fuck. But I was like, I had a Ridgeback in my pocket. I clutched it, said a silent prayer, and I punched my window out.
So now once you got it start to boil a little bit, we don't want to lose all of this beautiful steam, all this moisture. So we got to come on over, turn it down to a low, so we can get a nice little simmer going on. All right, so welcome back. Now we gonna take out our little sliders. Make sure you got your oven mitts, cause we don't want to burn our little fingies. Come on over here, take a look. It's in a book. All right, crew. So this is what we looking at on the sandwich front. This is what we looking at on the juicy juice front, otherwise known as au jus. Now, what you want to do is come over to your little Sammy. Bring this a little closer so we don't get no spilling going on. Dip in. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, that's c'est magnifique, as the Australians say. That's pretty tasty. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode of Unkind Cooking. Don't forget to skip scrub, like this video if you saw it and you liked it. And if you didn't, tell me that I'm a fat fuck and I need to lose some weight. Peace, bitches! Hey, look at me, I'm a happy little onion. And then life happens, and it's like, oh, look at me, I'm a happy little onion. And then at some point, the onion's like, yeah, hey, look at me, I'm an onion. And then it kills itself.